Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to install the Garmin Zumo XT2. I actually bought this a few years ago when I was planning on buying the other 2023 model of the bike. So I've had it for a while, I've never used it, and I want to get it installed on the bike. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Now, let's go around to the other side and I'll show you guys exactly where we're going to be wiring this. Okay, so basically on the left fairing in the Honda Rally, I think it's the same in the 2021 all the way up to 2025. On the left fairing you have a switched connector just inside the fairing on the left side. It's a 10 amp switch connector. We'll plug it into here, and basically what that means is when you turn on the ignition it will power up the GPS, and when you turn off your ignition it will turn off the GPS. That's basically what we're going to do. So let's get started on this. So the left fairing accessory switch plug comes with a male connector. So what I've done here is I have essentially created a splitter. So I've got the 3 male on here and I've got the 1 female on here, which will connect. So this will allow me to hook up 3 different things. So I'm going to hook up a GPS, what I'm doing now. I'm going to hook up a USB-C, and I have the third one, which I may use for some extra auxiliary lights, or I might go with some heated grips. I'm not decided about that yet. So basically, it's just some basic wiring, a positive and negative, and you use 3 males and 1 female. First, we got to install the bracket, which is going to go up here. Now I'll show you what they supply. So this is obviously the main mount to hold your GPS, and comes with quite a bit of cable to run it, and it's got the female on the end. So using my splitter that I made, we're just going to basically use one of these and plug it in there, and that'll give me the 2 remaining ones there, and this will essentially plug into the auxiliary switched 10 amp plug on the side on the left fairing. That's what we're going to do. So what we need to do now is get the bracket installed up here. So let's get started on that. So this is the main mount piece we have here that's going to go on there. And they give you a U-bolt and they give you the long bolts. But I'm going to mount it up here. So I'm going to use the U-bolt. Run it through like that, and essentially run it in there like that. All right, so due to the fact we have to use a U-bolt, it's going to be a little tight in here to get the wrench in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to take off the front windshield to give myself a little bit more space to mount the clamp. So let's do that now. Now for this we're going to need a 5 mil. Use my ratchet. All right, so windshield's off. That will allow us to have a lot more space to tighten up the U-bolt here without scratching the windshield. So let's install the U-bolt now, get it in place. All right, so essentially you're going to want to put it on the back, not on the front. You don't want to do this. You want to put it on the back, and you want to run the U-bolt through from the front. So let's get the bolts on here and hand tighten it first, because I'll obviously need to do some positioning on it. Can't tighten them that much, so we're going to have to use the ratchet. And for this we're going to need a 12 mil. All right, so the mount's on, it's pretty tight. Now we got to get the actual arm on here, get this set up on here. Put this on loose, and then essentially you're going to loosen it off enough to get the other side in. Of course, this is just for now. You can, you know, kind of put it the way you want it. And that's basically what it's going to be like. So the next stage is the final stage, which is basically going to be just to run the wires down. Now, essentially with the mirror off, I'm probably going to run it down the back. I'm not sure yet. I'm not going to show you guys all the wiring aspect of it. But I will show you the final setup once I've got the wiring and everything in, and then we'll let you see what it looks like. Okay, so I finished up the wiring. Basically what I did is I just kind of ran it down the side back behind the lights, and ran it down, kind of clipped it into this clip here, ran it down under here, and basically it runs behind and around the fork and around behind the fairing here, and it's all going to tuck in here. As you see, I haven't tucked in the rest of the wiring here yet. And that's it. Now we just got to get the windshield back on, and then we'll do the test of it. Just hand tighten this lightly, just to get it started, before we can line up the bolts correctly. Just make sure you see that the washer is still on there, and you haven't misplaced that, because that'll lock it down. All right, now I'll grab my ratchet and tighten this up. Now you don't want to go too tight on these guys, you just want to go snug, or it could essentially crack it. All right, let's get the GPS mounted and test it out. All right, so everything's in place, and now we just need to turn the ignition and hope that my splitter that I made is okay. Turn her over, let's see. Oh, there we go, guys. She's running. Perfect. So that's it, guys. That's the installation of my GPS, my Garmin Zumo XT2. Hope to catch you guys in the next video. Take care, everyone.